Alright, so this is the episode I was really excited for, and I gotta say, it really paid off. I really did like this episode. I think that last week's episode was, while it was okay, this felt more like what we wanted from the show to begin with. This very action-packed, covert ops kind of TV show, and this really delivers, and it's really cool to see the Howling Commandos, I gotta say. It is so cool to see the Howling Commandos. Now, this really delves into this whole conspiracy of that the Russians have been trying to cover up, and its connection to Howard Stark. And there's some really interesting light there that maybe it was the military that stole the experiments to begin with, and maybe the two people who assumed those identities were hired by American forces. That's kind of the hypothesis we're going with here. But this focuses more like this finally has what I've been wanting from this mini-series from the get-go. Peggy Carter putting her foot down. And all I can say is, freaking finally. This pretty much has her after the whole decoding. They're trying to decode the machine from Leviathan. Peggy pretty much puts her foot down, saying, "No, I'm the only person that can help you." We also get to, find out that Thompson apparently really likes Carter. That wasn't evident at all until this episode. And it's also nice to see a little more character from Carter, Thompson, yeah, from Thompson, more or less that he got the Naval Cross for apparently taking down a few Japanese soldiers, which we later discover, they were surrendering, but he was too much of a coward to admit that they were surrendering and just killed them on sight and buried the surrender, the white flag of surrender in order to keep moving up, and that really haunted him. So I'm still convinced that there's something more to him. I'm convinced that either he's working for he's really a Hydra agent or something else, because I'm really convinced there's something else, because they try to set up this thing between him and Peggy, and I'm like, that seems a little too late in the game, and I think that maybe it's a little too late in the game, and that they're trying to set that up, that kind of tension between them. So maybe that's why they're throwing it out there. But yeah, also it was really cool to see the Red Room and the training the girls had to go through. I'm also kind of convinced that was a young, because they didn't say her name, because I'm kind of convinced that either that's a young Yelena Bolivia or a young Natasha Romanoff. I'm betting on Natasha, and I'm kind of thinking that Dottie is Yelena, the second Black Widow. That could be the case, that maybe she's Yelena. Anyway, but yeah, it was really cool. It was really kind of that whole opening sequence of how the girls of the Red Room are trained. It was a really just really dark and just really creepy creepy of how they train these girls to be the number one killers, and how to infiltrate American society. It was disturbing, and it's nothing short of just makes your skin crawl, especially when they're talking about more about the when the Howling Commandos find the classroom that teaches them how to be proper Americans. That's also a really scary scene. But all in all, it's also really cool to see. But getting back to the Howling Commandos, it is so cool to see them, because we only got a little bit of them, and while this doesn't really extend their characters more, this it's really just fun. It's really good to see all these actors come back, just to play these characters, and maybe probably one last time, and see them kick ass. What else was there? Because while there is some stuff to talk about, we are learning, like I said, more about that. Why Howard Stark is being hunted. We find out more about what's going on in that department. And it's kind of alluding to that maybe the U.S. Army set him up. Maybe this was all one big setup from the U.S. Army, because what happened in, what was it called, Finale? I think it was called Finale or something. And something happened between a little punch-up and a refusal of a contract between Stark and a general named McGinnis. So it's kind of really alluding to that, and I would not be surprised if that's the route it took, and Leviathan just got a hold of all of this by accident, or this McGinnis guy sold the tech to the blueprints to Leviathan. I don't know, like, that may be a possibility of where it might be going next. So, what else? Again, it's really nice to finally see Peggy finally put her foot down and say, no, look, I have just as much goddamn experience as the rest of you. I am so sick of being treated like this. I broke the code. I'm going into action, and I'm the one. And by the way, I'm the one who instantly got the the Howling Commandos back together to fight. Also, it was really cool to get that Union Jack reference. I was like, yay, Union Jack! When can we get the real Union Jack? I really like that reference. Hopefully, somewhere down the line we'll see an actual Union Jack. But anyway, I'm trying to think of what else to say here. But yeah, it is really cool to also see, how creepy, Dottie's. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking she may be Yelena, but But that scene where she's going through Agent Carter's room and ransacking it, and how she just kind of pretends to be Peggy for one scene, that was just creepy. I'm kind of like, I am very disturbed by you. Anyway, so you guys, so all in all, really good episode. I really liked the action was good. Finally, we could see Peggy finally step up to these guys, and really curious to see how these last two episodes are gonna play out. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will. But yeah, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? But yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.